some of the things that I've kind of put as gotchas and nice to haves that I went through and kind of did this process with another client switching to OAuth. Email groups are not supported. So if they're using email groups, uh, example would be they tied like a billing at their domain to more than one user. That's not a valid account. It's actually mapped to two different accounts. Therefore, it can't be used for sending email. So instead, what you would do is if you pick a default email to send from, and then the reply to would be like the group, and that's how you probably get around it. Um, the You can email on behalf of anyone assigned to the workspace. Uh, Email sent on behalf of any user show up in the user sent mail. So this is kind of a nice to have. I mean, I'm not sure in the API versions, and is that true? The emails don't show up right and they're sent, or do they?
I know in Graph you could designate whether they do or don't. I don't remember in the Google one if you can designate it whether it shows up or not in the sent.
Yeah, this part I'm not sure. So that is one benefit. I mean, it's you're acting on behalf of that user. So anything you do with that user's email is happening in their workspace. So one of the bugs that's and maybe this is something that you guys have run into if you've tried this, but 20.3.1 fixed it. There's an authentication error. And a lot of the stuff that Shannon was showing, the URI and authentication happening, I'm assuming this is still happening. There's no clear indication from Claris as to where that the handshake is happening. So I'm not really sure on that part. But apparently during authentication, there was a break when they released the OAuth. It was in an incomplete state. So if you're still in the first version of 23 and you're only able to make SMT or OAuth calls on your client and not on the server, it's likely because of a bug fix that they fixed here in 20.3.1. And then OAuth obviously was added in 20.1.1.